Hey guys, how's it going today? Welcome back to another episode of the Universim. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day, and I hope that this video brings you guys a little bit to a happier or nicer day, I suppose. So, what are we going to do today? That is an excellent question. I would like to be able to send an expedition out, but I don't know if we actually have enough food to do so. Our population is really high, so we really need to actually increase our food production and potentially our eating spots too. Because it looks like a lot of eating spots are very full. That's kind of been the story of this season, it feels like, is more food. Just all around. More food. So that's potentially what we're going to look at today. The other thing is we actually did get, yeah, we've got a lot of nuggets that are hungry. So, how do we combat that? What are we gonna do? Well, there's a few free eating spots over here. Oh, okay, I say that as they all get full. Alright. And we do have a couple more eateries going up, so maybe there's a chance that that isn't actually an issue, but it's really kind of hard to tell. I think, geez, how many farms do we have? We have quite a few. Yeah, we have 12. That's quite a lot. 12 farms. Reason farmer is not on. Each farm is producing 30 food. Gosh, it really feels like we should be able to produce enough. I mean, fish populations are doing fantastic right now. I mean, fish populations, we shouldn't really see a decline at all until we start getting modern age, like the modern age fishing piers. So that's not too big of an issue. Infected zone, let's check that really quick. Okay, so we do have a little bit of a neighborhood being developed out here. So let's go ahead and check this for cemeteries. Yeah, we have a cemetery that's kind of covering a little bit of it, but not a good amount. So let's go ahead and fix that. It's a pretty good placement. I'm actually impressed we were able to fit it there. Now, I think that this should be covered by the engineering hut. I think. So that should be fine. And theoretically, it would be nice if we were actually able to build schools here, but it's just, it's not going to be feasible without destroying some buildings, so I don't really want to do that either. Let's go and fast forward time too. Alright, so we're going to get couriers in about 30 seconds, so that's fantastic. I love couriers. They make everything so much easier. And let's get blacksmith. We don't need a medieval town hall yet. That's fine without it. Let's get fishing nets, so that way we can increase. Actually, we'll go for logging first and then fishing nets after that. Also, how is our, yeah, we have a ton of unemployed nuggets, so that's not an issue. So if we wanted to improve or increase our farms, we definitely could. Now, if we wanted to increase our farms, there's a potential that what we would do is do it over here, because I believe, I'll have a look at that. I believe that this is all grassland. Yes, it is. So that's fantastic. The roads are really close here, so that's kind of interesting. We'll have to maybe change that, or, well, I mean, destroy some of those roads, but that's fine. Okay, this is a really long message. Also, I'm going to go ahead and change these messages, so that way it's that, and also just, I guess that doesn't actually affect it, but just this, so that way they'll be like these little dots messages instead of these really long messages that cover everything. Alright, and let's go ahead and shock this UFO out of existence. There we go. Beautiful. And let's get some farms out here. So this is the perfect time to be making some farms, as it is winter. So let's take advantage of it. I am going to see how these roads are, see which ones are connected, which ones are not. It looks like people are gathering stone from out here, so that's nice. All right, so we'll go ahead and make some right down along this road here. I'm not worried about destroying these roads that are running through this. I don't know. Oh, the box. All right, let's go and collect that box. That way we can get it out of the way. And also, I know that there's also a box somewhere in the city. I can't quite remember where it is, but there was a UFO, I think 2 episodes away, 2 episodes ago, that was somewhere around here. I don't quite remember where it was. If I find it, I find it. I'm not too worried. All right. We'll probably find it later on or something, when it actually comes time to building legendary buildings. All right. And let's see. I just want to make sure that this road... Okay, so we do actually have a way of going up. So I'm fine with destroying this. That's kind of what I was checking. And if we wanted to make a second layer, how would that look? It would be fine, actually. So this is actually a pretty good spot to be building these. So that is fantastic. This is also going to probably, well, at least, well, it'll be close to where we actually build some of the... Oh, we got 5, 6 people dying, it looks like. 7 people dying. I'm a little concerned about that. What's going on there? Also, what's this about? Cemetery is on its last legs. We've got an engineering hut that's going to be built. Just go ahead and rejuvenate that. Now, as far as these nuggets dying due to old age, okay, so that's good. Final breath due to old age. Okay, it looks like everybody's dying from old age, so that's perfectly fine. We've got a tornado. This tornado is not particularly close to us, so I'm not worried about that. Now, some people wanted me, or some people have asked in the past about how to deal with different things. So we're actually going to slow down time here, and just so that we can show you this. But if you're dealing with a tornado, build a protective dome on the edge of it, and it'll bounce it away. As I don't know if we've actually dealt with a tornado, at least that was close enough to our city that was an issue. But yeah, you can just build a protective dome and just kind of bounce it back and forth. You can even entrap it a little bit. So that's kind of how you get a tornado to do as you please. Now, we used to be able to trap a tornado within a dome, and then they patched that out because they thought it was too easy, which I do agree. But I mean, you can still use a protective dome to really enclose it. You just have to use a couple more points for it. So it's still pretty easy to deal with it. All right. So that's that. We'll go and fast forward again. And water. Water looks like it's going to be fine. We're more than halfway through winter, so that's not an issue. Power is doing fantastic. I just wish... Oh, jeez. There's a ton of dead bodies here. Hey, you guys working? Or what are you guys doing? All right, let's go ahead and take care of some of these dead bodies, because that's a lot. We'll go ahead and help them out. I don't know exactly what happened here. I guess everybody that died of old age just was like, oh, this is where it's going to happen. Jeez. It's kind of insane how many bodies there are right here. I don't know exactly if something else had happened here too. Not entirely certain. And then we'll just go ahead and heal everybody here too. So the other thing is too is that when you're using this creator power, the healing creator power, you can hold control, drag, and it will create this area. And it will also tell you how much regenerate targets there are. So it'll kind of estimate how many points you're going to be using. So that is very helpful and something that I do use quite a bit. All right, speaking of that, Looks like we've got a few wind turbines. Yes, look at these wind turbines. They're all breaking. All right, so we'll need to spend quite a few points to repair these. Now, I still... Oh, did we fill the mission? Shoot. Crap, I kind of forgot about the couriers' huts. I think that's okay. I can't quite remember what Nugget Bezos would have done for us anyway, so that's okay. All right, we'll place courier huts. Now, courier huts are an interesting little thing. So they supply you couriers, but guess what? They don't have to actually be on a road. They have no use of being on a road or anything like that. They don't even have any use of being in the center of your town. So don't even worry about the placements. You can have these things all over the place, or you can have them in one singular place, and it does not matter. So do not worry about how you place them at all. Like, just don't worry about it. There is no resources that are stored in the couriers' huts. All that they do is they employ nuggets. So, like, nuggets don't even have to report to the couriers' huts. I've studied them. I've studied how these nuggets move, and it doesn't matter. Like, it's actually impressive how much it does not matter where you place these. So, can't stress that enough. I don't know. I don't think anything's changed about them, at least. So, just place them wherever the heck you want. Just remember, you can't place enough of them. Well, okay, that's not entirely true. Actually, yeah, you really can't place enough of them. If you actually do run into a problem where you have too many courier huts and it's eating, like, it's like you actively have more spots in courier huts than you do unemployed nuggets or even a population. So for instance, if I had, let's say 800 slots for couriers, then maybe that's an issue because those courier slots are going to be filled before other things. So that's a problem. But if if you don't have, like, let's say I made enough for like 300 nuggets, because right now we have 425 unemployed nuggets, that would be totally fine. Unemployed nuggets are really only useful in supplying goods of things. And guess what couriers do? They supply goods to things. So, in that sense, you can build as many courier huts as you want. Let's see here. Let's get hunting lodge, fishing nets, fortifications, and flint daggers. And I think that's probably good. I do want to build some more courier huts, though. So, let's do that. And I also want to build some more storage huts, too. Or storage warehouses, whatever you want to call them. And actually, this road does not matter at all, so we'll just destroy that. This will be like Courier Island over here. Or peninsula? Kind of a peninsula sort of thing. Actually, not a peninsula. What am I thinking? I'm thinking of something. I can't quite remember what it's called. But we need to repair these, so let's go ahead and do that. The one problem with doing it that way is it repairs everything, even if it doesn't critically need it. So that is one problem. Like, this building should have been done, but it wasn't. All right, we have an excessive amount of energy production. I really need these batteries up. Also, I'm pretty confident in saying that we're actually okay with food. Because we're, like, continuously having 208 supplied food. I feel like maybe eateries are the problem. Yeah, I almost want to say that eateries are the problem. It's just, we just don't have enough slots. We don't have enough places for people. Affected zones. Okay, what is going on over here? All right, what are you guys doing? Why are you guys walking all the way this way? Like, moving to farm. Okay, but, like, why? Just, I don't really want to place it. Jeez. I mean, we do have to place a, yeah, we'll place a cemetery out here because it actually does need one here, but I really don't want to place one, like, further out. So, it looks like some nuggets are trying to just get some food out in the wild. So, that's kind of what they're up to. Alright, so maybe we do need eateries, but other than that, we're probably okay on food. At least that's what I think. And we have a few upgrades, looks like. We'll upgrade those warehouses. Let's get some eateries somewhere. Somewhere that they can fit. Like here. And we are just going to place quite a few of them. Alright, I'd say that's probably a pretty good amount of eateries, but I am going to overproduce a little bit. So, I'm going to place a couple more. There we go. And let's see here. Nuggets, fierce enemy. Place a lumber camp. Gladly. Let's go and place a lumber camp. And, so lumber camps, they produce, or they plant seeds of trees and then chop those trees down. So because of that, they actually, it doesn't actually matter where you place them. You can even place them in the desert and they will grow trees. I usually choose not to. I don't think there's an actual reason not to, but I just don't like to. I don't... Yeah. So, because of that, I'm just going to go and place them out here. And I'm going to try, sort of, to keep some of these roads active. But it's going to potentially be a little difficult to keep all of them. Just going to make sure that there's ways. Like, for instance, it's a little annoying. So, as you guys can see, this road right here, the only connection that it actually has is right here. So, I don't want to destroy that, because that'll greatly reduce travel in this area. So, I don't want to do that. But we can go ahead and do so right here. Like this. I think that looks good. The other thing that I want to do as well is I want to place a couple of these at least somewhat close to our wood refineries. But it's a little bit problematic because we already have a lot of stuff in this area. So, sorry. Sorry about that. Inhaled a little bit strange. So, because of that, I'm not too worried about it. Let's go ahead and destroy some of these trees, though. Just going to go ahead and grab quite a few of these. These. And we can go ahead and just drop them. I don't want to destroy anything, so I'm going to try to just drop them right here. There we go. That should drop at least all those resources right there. I'm hoping. I think so. Okay, we still need to chop down a few more trees. Okay, that is finished. That's fantastic. Alright. So, did we even place one over here? No. Gosh, I don't like this area that much. Alright, let's go see about an expedition. Let's see if we can actually successfully send an expedition here. So, how much food can we send here? Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and send 8 uneducated and 2 educated. That is what we're going to attempt. I always try to shoot for 30 minutes. About that. One problem is we don't have enough herbs. Which I don't even understand how that happens. It's kind of crazy. Okay. Might have to redo that, but that's okay. I'm a little bit more focused on making sure these buildings don't get destroyed. As you guys can see, a few of them already did. We'll just go and rebuild those. And repair that one. Also get another engineering hut right out here. It doesn't really matter if it's on the road or not, but we'll try to build it on a road that's going to actually exist. Now, this one should be covered, I think. Let's actually run a little test here. If that one is or not. So this one wouldn't be. This one is. That one's not. Is not. Okay, let's go ahead and see. Exactly. Yeah, so even if it's on the edge, it will be covered. So, good to know. A little test for you guys. All right, anything else that we need to repair? We did just repair quite a few wind turbines, so I think we should be okay. Yeah, it looks like we are fine on that front. We've got some infected zones, potentially, need to be taken care of. This is one that we were looking at before. We'll go and take care of it, but I kind of wish that my nuggets weren't just walking out there just willingly. All right. We still don't have any herbs. I am shocked that this farm is not doing a better job at producing some devil's lettuce. It looks like we are going to get quite a bit of food from these fishing piers, so that is great. And of course, we are going to get a lot of food from these farms too. Now, if we look at our bricks and planks, you guys can see we need a ton of bricks and a ton of planks. So I think at this point, it wouldn't be too bad of an idea to actually increase our plank production and also brick production. It also looks like to me that these are actually, yeah, they're not getting enough wood. So I'm not sure what's going on with that. I know this was a problem that one of my viewers was having. So I'm hoping that there's not a bug or anything like that with these, because we do have quite a bit of wood. It says consumed by buildings 4.8. So theoretically they should be getting supplied. Okay, planks are now finally getting produced. So, okay, so that's good. The other thing is gas we are producing, so that's good. Oil jacks, we are not producing oil jacks yet. All right, so the other thing is too is that I know that somebody had asked about oil jacks. I think I might have said something in the last episode, but not actually placing any oil jacks. Oil jacks, you can place them wherever the oil is. It doesn't matter too much. I wouldn't worry about it too much. Just try to just place them in areas that potentially are good. Like if you're able to place them near buildings that use oil, then fantastic. That's always going to be the best. But it's not devastating if you don't. It just means that the travel time's going to be longer. Potentially, yeah, things are not going to be made as quickly as possible, which in all honesty is usually okay. This game really doesn't have many time requirements and stuff like that. Really, as long as your population's doing well, you're doing fine. It's also really hard. This is also another thing too. In other games, like Dyson Sphere Program is an incredible example for this. You can kind of like reach these production goals. Like, I want to be producing like 300 oil per not per second, but 300 oil per minute. This game, I mean, sure, you could, but those production goals are not really that important in the grand scheme of things. So just keep that in mind, I suppose. But let me tell you, for the Dyson Sphere Program Let's Play that we're doing, yeah, we're gonna be getting some of those goals done, mostly around matrix labs and stuff. But all right, let's see here. Infected zone. Now it's just going to be playing the infected zone game. Just really just making sure that, you know, things are taken care of and people aren't getting sick. Which isn't... It's not that much fun. We got some cemeteries that are pretty full. So the other thing that you should think about too, cemeteries do need wood. So just because you have like a lot of wood, let's say, doesn't necessarily mean that you're doing that great of a job, which kind of sucks. But like, I don't know, wood is just such a weird resource in this game because it's just really needed. It's needed like a lot of the times, and you just don't have an unlimited amount of it. So making trees always helps. Chances are, whenever you make trees, they're gonna get chopped down pretty quickly, but it helps. Another infected zone. Yeah, that one was actually taken care of, so that's good. Not really even sure, because theoretically shouldn't have been. Oh, wait. Okay, that nugget just wasn't showing up for me. I don't know why that was. Go ahead and take care of that body. There we go. Alright, we need to do some more research. So, let's see what we can do here. Telescopic lenses, we could do that. It's not too important. It really doesn't give you anything new. Yeah, we'll go for government. Let's go cement mixing, law enforcement, science of peace, or science of order. We're kind of going on a peace let's play this time around, so we're going to go science of peace. And Ministry of Defense would be good to get. This is also probably a good time to actually to get Ministry of Defense. You sort of want this like kind of break period of not continuing on, especially when you get cement mixing. And we also should also just take a moment to spare some of our nuggets as far as resources go too, because of the amount of bricks and planks that are needed. I am also going to go ahead and make some additional stone refineries, because right now we only have 3, and we could really increase our stone production. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that wherever we can, at least. Yeah, this is actually not a bad place at all. I'm also shocked that none of our quarter huts are finished yet. It's kind of annoying, but I guess it's just because of bricks and planks. We're actually doing pretty good with pollution and atmosphere and such. We kind of would use some more trees, but for the most part, we're doing pretty good. Also, these houses we probably won't need soon because of the amount of space there is in these residential areas. So if you wanted to, you could destroy those buildings. I don't, because I kind of let the nuggets deal with the residential issues. But if you wanted to, you could. I don't really know how much it messes up with marriages either, because I know that basically, let's go and check all of our wind turbines. But basically, nuggets will marry if they have an actual location to live. And then also when you marry new nuggets, it also gives you additional residential. That's why, like, sometimes when you use Cupidon, like a lot, you'll see that houses start popping up all over the place. There's just this massive, like, residential crisis that's happening in the United States right now. Well, really, kind of globally. Well, I don't know about globally, actually. Is it happening in Europe? I don't really know. I just know that it's happening here in America and also here in Canada, too. Man, this is annoying. I want this engineering hut to be up. We just need more wood and planks and bricks and all that good stuff. Residential collapsed. Jeez, what are these guys doing over here? Why are you guys building so close to this area? We even have... Okay, we do have an engineering hut over here. You know what? We'll just go ahead and salvage this. I don't really want to rebuild it. We're getting a little bit too close to these guys. And, not to mention as well, these buildings kind of need to be... Well, I mean, we could kind of have these guys move into more of the central city by having these buildings destroyed. But it's all right. I don't want to worry about it too much. How is food? We're also... This is going to sound really terrible. We're kind of controlling the population too by our food production too. Which isn't terrible. You kind of want to make sure that your population is always in a manageable amount. It's actually one reason why I haven't been using Cupidon this episode, and a few other things too, because it really inflates things. Jeez, why are there just so many dead bodies over here? All right. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. Go ahead and have a look at... We need a cemetery. Oh, jeez. There's just literally dead bodies everywhere. Oh, that one was tossed pretty far. See if we can, Oh, yeah. Looks good. Looks good. Nothing but net. Nothing but net. Alright. Think that's it. Oh, it seems the worshippers at one of your temples are growing increasingly enthusiastic about throwing a sacrificial ceremony. They've been hyping one another up all week. That sentence does not make sense. They've been hyping one another up all week. All they need now is your permission to throw the greatest sacrifice party of all time. Everyone will be invited. There'll even be a cake filled with berry-flavored liqueur to look like blood. There's obviously going to be a lot of death, but it sounds like fun. I do like parties and sacrifices, make it happen. Dismiss these so-called worshippers. I prefer surprise parties. Sacrifice those worshippers instead. Yes, that sounds good to me. Plus 20 food, minus 5 believers, plus 50 CP. Nugget happiness increased. Fantastic. All right. That was pretty successful, I'd say. All right, that is going to do it for this episode, though. So thank you guys so very much for watching this episode. If you guys enjoyed, hit that like button. If you guys have any comments, questions, concerns, anything of the sort, please leave them in the comments down below. And as always, if you guys are brand new to the channel and you guys like what you saw, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys so very much for watching. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you in the next episode.